Um, and you guys appear. See what appears when you teleport to Snowdawn. You pop into existence. What appears to be a small chamber that's, well, obviously dedicated to this very purpose. And there's a servant nearby who looks up, and upon seeing the two of you appear, sort of looks a little surprised. Um, who are you and how do you know this?
Tell the upper nobles that Vixen is on her way back. We were part of the rescue party. The others are coming here on foot.
Right. Thank you. I'll be right back. He dashes out of the room.
Thank you.
And you're left alone in a room
Steal everything.
with there are the unglit equivalent of chairs around. It's a teleportation circle / waiting room.
Okay, so we pile the chairs on the teleportation circle and run away with them.
Yeah.
Rude.
I try a mustache on Corbine's face while he's gone.
No. No, don't.
And she'll never know.
You mean totally not Corvine?
Suddenly Corvus appears. And after several moments, the circle begins to glow, and dawn appears in the center thereof. Hold on, just no throw. Okay, good. Yes, dawn appears, looking very excited and frantic, and oh, she's not with you.
She will be arriving shortly.
Sorry.
On foot. On foot.
So wait, who's here?
Dawn.
Oh, Don.
There were other captives that I of Sister Scrum that I had to check on. I sent them to my boyfriend. I was just teleporting there and teleporting here. Other people are taking Vixen back.
Where are they now? Do you know?
They ended up at the gates of rain, but due to a teleporting mishap. They'll be here after they trek through rain.
You said you lost them at the gate?
Lost them at the... Yeah. Yes, I broke off from the group.
She taps a hoof on the ground and her voice reverberates. And she speaks up and her voice reverberates through the room and even through itself. Servants, to me, to the teleportation room immediately.
What's going on?
After several moments, the room floods with several servants. Vixen is on her way, but she's on hoof. She's somewhere between here and the main gate. Head there immediately and find her. She must get back here safely. They salute.
Oh! I forgot to mention something.
What?
Vesper says hi.
Quite so.
Dawn chuckles. Well, this probably seems the time and place for such formalities, but tell him I said hello. And she steps to the side as the servants basically dogpile, or a couple of servants go onto the they dogpile into this teleportation circle and disappear.
Okay. So while there's no one here, I guess I'll teleport back.
Well,
with the teleportation circle and say she said hello too.
Well, Dawn is there. The servants do it. They all.
Oh, I tried. Hello.
She then looks at the two of you. You have no idea what this means to me. Thank you. I had my doubts, but
it was no trouble. Here, take your staff back.
Oh, yes, thank you. Stuisha, Miss Corvine, or Miss Winterblood, do you have those shackles?
Yeah, what did we do with that? That
you left
one
them,
night.
You left them attached to the dude who's still chilling in the hallway.
Oh no.
Don't mind that. He was thoroughly minded.
But yeah, so Dawn turns to Corvine and says, Miss Winterblood, do you have those shackles I lent you?
Corvine is responding in the Discord chat, by the
Okay,
way.
very good then. Yeah, I see it. Sorry, I didn't realize that was actually your response. I thought that was just you. All right, very good. She blinks a couple of times. I see. Where are they? Having those things fall into the hands of the Sisters Grom is the last thing we need. There's quite a few of those, I'm afraid. Can you be more specific? For what it's worth, you can convey its location to her. I'm not going to force you to try and describe what I didn't give you, aka the details.
The deets.
She thinks for a moment. I hate to ask this of you, but could you go back and get them? If I send people there, it'll send the wrong message to the Sisters Grom. Last thing I need is another crime syndicate down my throat. She ponders for a minute.
I remember the mansion had a teleport circle, but it doesn't seem to be didn't seem to be very easy to use for general purposes.
But it had a circle, you said.
Yes, but
All circles are connected to each other. If you have the right runes, you can use any circle to get to any other circle. However, it has the flip side problem of that if you know what you're doing, you can also figure out what runes it came from. Although I don't know if Sisters Grom has anybody in their ranks of that skill, of that caliber. Do you happen to remember what the runes were on that circle?
I mentioned I know them. Is it that simple?
Give me an Arcana or History check.
Arcana is the one I'm proficient in.
Hooray.
Nope. Wait.
Oh yeah, because lucky.
Yeah.
Lucky dog.
You think about it, and the first runes that pop in your mind are the runes of Vesper's house. And you're about to say, oh yeah, oh wait, no, those are Vesper's runes. Never mind.
They are my favorite runes.
And you remember them for the most part. There's a tiny little fuzzy detail you can't quite recall, but you recall them pretty well.
I recall well enough, but any mistake I make could send you to who knows where.
But do you know them?
I'm 95% sure. But
Please, over here. She leads him to a small book. Inscribe them.
I take out my pencil and I write it down.
She narrows her eyes. I think I recognize these.
Oh dear.
Take
Whoa.
these runes. Take these runes to House Ball. I have a feeling I know what house they belong to, but it was a long time ago. If anybody knows the last piece of this, House Ball would.
Understood.
She pauses for a minute. No, never mind. I'll take care of it myself. Time is of the essence. Thank you. You are free to rest here or in our guest chambers. I should be back shortly.
Understood.
And that she hops into the circle, alters a few of the runes, and then disappears.
Well, I lay around. It's been a tiring day, and I shall take a manly nap, a sheeply nap, a very floopy nap.
We shall count sheep.
A tightly braided nap.
Tightly
And,
braided, yes.
The other half of the group will come into play in just a moment, but we must take care of one more scene.
Oh.
Yes. Dawn reappears, looking a bit. I think the best way to put this. When she reappears, the best way to describe it is if she was a human, she'd have her hands on her hips, with kind of like, "What are you guys up to?" Or like, "What did you do this time?" Kind of look on her face when she sees the two of you.
And she sees me sleeping?
Well, I guess the question is, Corvine, what do you do when Dawn disappears? Do you also go to sleep?
That was a perception check to nose her while sleeping.
Okay, yeah, you wake up. You wake up with a sensation of like a mother's judging, like when mom walks in and you realize, but and her sheer presence kind of wakes you up. You're like, uh-oh.
Also magic.
Yeah, she kind of shows up and looks between the two of you. And she shakes her head a little bit.
I'm sorry, I was all up all night rescuing your family member. Sorry, I gotta sleep sometime.
It's not that. Gear tells me that you have been that a lot of you have been involved in shenanigans involving a few books.
Oh, you still talking about that stuff? It's been like
That guy's
it's
dead.
been like. Oh wait, has it only been a day? Wow, time.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, now it's been 2 days.
Oh, then you can't count, so it's okay.
Professional gladiator can't count past 3.
It's okay.
Yeah,
He only lives for so long.
Yeah, I'm like Valve.
He learns to not count.
I'm Valve. I can't count to 3.
She shakes her head. Well, I'll just let you know that poor Gear is. I think you're giving the poor guy an aneurysm. Here, she alters some of the runes. Miss Winterblood, that should be keyed into the proper location. If you would grab those shackles real quick, that'd be much appreciated. right. Remember, I need to look at Discord to get. I would send someone else to do it, but if the Sisters Grom should know that, well, we have agents in their territory, it would cause major problems. And she steps aside and activates the circle. And I presume then that you step through. Excellent. You arrive at the basement of the place. You don't arrive in the horrible alternate. Instead, you arrive in the basement down at the bottom. And for the sake of brevity, I presume you beeline straight upstairs. Okay. As you head up there, all right. As you head up there, let me bring up the map so that I can actually. I assume you're taking the stairs to get up there, correct? All right. As you pop up to the top floor, and you come out where you encounter that bizarre snake creature, and you see another figure standing there, sort of staring down at the body of it, who then looks up at you, and it's a simple robed ungulate, and two things strike you about this individual. One, they're extraordinarily sickly looking, and two, it appears to be a goat of some kind.
Oh no.
And half of the goat's face appears to be covered in some sort of heinous mark.
Oh no.
He just simply sort of grins at you. He kind of gives you a polite wave and then vanishes into the dark.
Oh no.
And after that, you head on over and you see the guy is still chained up. And as he sees you approach, he offers a few unkind words. And but taking him back isn't much of a. And we're gonna go ahead and move on to the group arrives with Vixen, or the party that is with Vixen at the moment. It's not that Mark, actually.
Lies and prevarications.
Yeah. No.
No.
Seriously,
No,
Absolute lies and slander.
no. Rub off the serial numbers, then that's what you get. It's the off-brand version of it.
Uh-huh.
no, hold on.
It's the Chinese knockoff.
I've got an exact picture. Just give me a second.
Oh dear.
But keep going.
So those of you who are with Vixen at the moment, it turns out Arizona is apparently very sociable and quite the talker. You know those individuals who they'll just keep talking and talking and
Even if you
talking,
don't.
and they keep trying to
Sounds like-
engage you in conversation.
Okay, I'm glad we're talking about this, but let's talk about D&D now.
Yeah. But in any case, Arizona's one of those like super extroverts. And to those of you who are not extroverts in return, the whole walk there is tiresome and tedious. And those of you who are extroverts, she's great company and actually a lot of fun. That said, when you guys have, if you're looking at the City of Rain, let me see it. Look at it. Oh, factor. Okay. Oh yeah, I probably described this. So, if you've seen the map of Rain recently, if not, and you look at it in the near future, you'll notice at the bottom, sort of two triangles sitting next to each other. And the two large triangles. At the very bottom there is that area is reserved largely for people who are coming and going. They are on the inside of the city gates, and it's a place for passerbyers to find temporary shelter before they leave.
Pacifiers?
Yes, pacifiers for passerbyers,
Passers-by.
traveling merchants,
Pacifiers, yeah.
people who just need to set up a place for a couple of days.
Passes by.
So there aren't really many permanent buildings there, but you see a lot of tents, you see several individuals, and whatever else have you. And on your way out, you happen to have noticed a very loud and boisterous individual who happens to have several colorful tents off to the side. But before you really get much of a chance to investigate or carry on, quite suddenly you see what appears to be a small army of reindeer charging towards the group of you. And the look in their eyes, because Saya is really freaking perceptive, is they are focused, they are determined, but once they get a clear view of you guys, their expression changes to that of joy and happiness. And when they get within shouting distance, the one in front shouts, "Lady Vixen, is that you?" The Vixen turns around and weakly raises up her hoof and waves it.
Howenza.
The group of reindeer immediately surround the group. We've been sent to escort you to House Snowdawn. Azona, a bit surprised, looks up. What in tarnation? This Lady Vixen here is a member of the my own brain is failing me. Is a member of House Winterfrost. It's complicated. But anyways, point is she's a member of the family. We've sent to see to it personally that she makes it back safely to Snowdawn. And we must ask all of you to come with us.
Lead the way.
They actually take you off to the side and into the Did I really not mark what that was? Oh, that's what that is, right. They take you off the beaten path and actually to the arena, actually, to the Coliseum, as it were. They take you down, they take you over into the rich patron section and to a teleportation circle. One of them alters a couple of the runes on there and basically offers for the group to step on first.
Which side does?
Unsurprisingly, when you guys step through,
Saya instead punches the guy.
when you guys step through, you find yourselves in a small room that's part reception room, part whatever have you. But off to the side, you see I'm just trying to figure out the exact timing on this. Corvan, you have no intention of sleeping, correct? At any point until until all this is concluded, I presume.
I might sleep.
Because the real question is whether or not the group pops in while. If you guys don't plan on being asleep at any point, I want to put words in your mouths.
I probably won't go to sleep until we've actually regrouped.
Okay. And Dandy, did you go back to sleep once Corvine came back and returned to the shadow.
I'm still sleeping.
Okay. In that case, Corvine, you are awake when the rest of the group pops in through the teleporter. So when you guys appear, you appear in a room that doesn't look overly familiar, but hey, Corvine's there. Oh, and Dandy's sleeping over in the corner.
I'm sleeping on a chair. Do they have a comfy seat,
Of course.
like with pillows?
Of course. This room is anybody who's going to use this room is probably someone important. So of course they have lovely chairs.
I'm gonna get sweat all over it.
Delicious. So Dandy's currently soiling one of the fancy chairs.
Mm-hmm.
Good job.
But it appears Corvine has said hello as you guys pop into existence.
The only thing Saya does when she appears, she raises a hoof and weakly says, "Medic."
A moment later, a small army of servants reappear, and the foremost one in Arizona looks a bit surprised at all this. She looks around a bit wide-eyed. What the? Right, don't look at Discord. The foremost servant looks at the group. Baiguang,
Yes.
please come with us. The rest of you, if you would, please wait here.
Baiguang follows curiously.
Archmage Dawn should be with the rest of you shortly. Come along.
Saya sits down with her precious next to the circle.
And all right, to head off. And I'm just out of curiosity, Amber, is there anything in particular you're doing during all of this? Also, I'm curious, is Amber a...
Hello?
I'm also mildly curious, is Amber a sociable type? Like, would she be chatting with Arizona the entire time? Or is she more quiet and withdrawn and sort of
Hello.
awkwardly uncomfortable the entire time? Gotcha. All right. Baibon,
Yes.
you are taken directly, of course, to. You're taken to Dawn and Andre's chamber, and the doors open, and you and Vixen are sort of not quite deposited, but you're very swiftly moved to the front and into the room. Very carefully, of course, mind you. They're fully aware Vixen is a bit worse for the wear.
Indeed.
And upon seeing them, Dawn lets out an overjoyed squeal, like she's beside herself.
Okay, would Dandy wake up from that?
This is an entirely different part of the complex.
My question still stands.
No.
Okay.
There are many between you.
Okay.
But he has
Might be
good
pen and
perception.
paper.
And she runs over, hugs Vixen, at first a bit too excitedly, as Vixen kind of lets out a squeak of pain. Dawn backs off and then gives her a hug and looks at Baiguang and just mouths very quietly, "Thank you."
Baiguang nods graciously.
She looks at Vixen, looks up and down, and the sheet around Andreas' bed parts as he looks over at her, smiles. Right, sorry. I was trying to figure out who would speak next. As Dawn looks at her, please come in. Sit down, Vixen. We have a great deal to talk about, but you need some rest. Thank you. Thank you, Bagwanga. You may tell your friends that I would love to speak with all of you at once, but I think it's best if you all come back after a couple of days, once Vixen has had an opportunity to regain her strength.
But of course. He looks over at Vixen to see how she's doing.
She would give him a thumbs up if she had thumbs. Don't worry about me, honey. I'll be fine. I'm in good hooves now. Oh, and if your friends need a place, they're of course free to stay at our complex. We'll have guest chambers ready for them right away.
Was that Vixen or Dawn speaking?
That was Dawn speaking.
Okay. I thank you.
Now, forgive me, Bagwan, but I must ask you to dismiss yourself.
Of course. He bows himself out.
And that the servants look between each other like, well, guess we know what we're doing next. And they, one of them looks towards Bagwan. You know where the guest chambers are, correct?
I believe I remember.
All right. I mean, they can. In response to your question, Corvine. And, Bagwang, do you head back to the group?
Yeah, I'll head right back there.
All right. After a few moments, a servant comes back into the teleportation room, bows his head deeply and respectfully to the party. 1,000 apologies, but Archmage Dawn, or Archmage, or however it's said, sends her deepest gratitude. She's tending to Lady Vixen at the moment, and she would like to invite all of you back in a couple of days to discuss matters further. She says that if you wish to have a place to stay, you may stay here. Guest chambers are being prepared for you, and your friend Baigwang will be rejoining you shortly. Now,
Okay.
if you'll excuse me, I must attend to my duties. He bows respectfully and leaves.
They like Dandy had other plans on where we stay.
Sai seems torn.
And with that, Baigwang comes trotting back into the room, and the DM will stop taking control of every event that's happening.
Jerk.
What? Well, that's the point of being a DM if you is railroading.
So much
Chaos control.
Well, now the train station is finally pulled off the station, allowing its passengers to get off if they want.
Time to disembark the railroad.
Yes. So the proverbial RP ball is in your guys'
Oh, Baigwang is going to start telling them the same thing the servant just did, but presumably somebody's going to interrupt him and say, oh, they already told us.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you finish, but
Yes.
Sai doesn't really have the
Uh-huh.
strength to care.
I'm happy for you, and I'm going to let you finish.
yeah, we know. Stop it. I'm asleep.
Oh. Okay, then.
I should sleep. I'm gonna go sleep in my actual house. I'm bye. And then he just walks out. You got everything
Sorry.
good, right? You don't need me, guys, for anything, guys?
I think we're all about to sleep, probably.
All right.
Saya looks in the direction of a certain room and states weakly, "This place, I would rather not keep Zaraka here for too long."
She was clearly looking at the bathroom because she needs to use it, right?
Clearly.
Clearly. She's been shaking since we got here. And I feel I may need to depart till then.
So, Saya, you are heading back to town?
Yeah, she's leaving until the day comes. Essentially going back to doing her thing.
Don't sell my alchemy jug.
Hey, that's on you.
He doesn't know you have it yet. Probably.
Probably. I mean, I don't think the group has, unless I was talking about the thing she found in the manor house on the way over. Just
Yeah,
hold on.
too weak.
Yeah, I figured as much. Alright, so yeah, to be straight about it, is there anything anybody wants to do while we are here? Anything in particular you want to do while we have the group together, or RP, whatever have you?
I will PM you a question about what I was going to do because I don't want to say it out loud.
Okay. In that case, I think I'm going to go ahead and call super.
Call it here.
Yeah, because at this point, this looks like a perfectly good opportunity to go into the sessions.
Okay.
And also, I'm feeling lazy. I want to take a break next week, so no formal session next week. So we all get a week off.
Well, we don't because we're all gonna have solo sessions. But
You don't get a week off, OC.
Yeah, I'll be busy. I'm just saying next Saturday, no session.
Let's see. I messaged you.
Yes, I saw it. Give me a quick second to take a look. Oh, yeah, it's possible to do it now. Do you want to involve any of the other PCs in it?
I rolled a nat 1 earlier, so I'm going to say however you want to deal with it. Because in this case, I really can't bring it up in any way.
Sai left Snowdawn, right? Like she's leaving it to go to her.
No, she hasn't left yet.
But I'm saying that's the goal, right? Like she's
going to.
Okay. All right, that works. And is anybody else leaving Snowdawn? Okay, who's taking them up on their hospitality and who is not?
I am going back to Vesper's house to sleep.
Okay, and
Long
I assume you're
is
gonna
gonna
use
stay.
I assume you're gonna use the circle.
No, I'm gonna walk a full day.
He is.
I don't care about Constitution saving throws.
Oh, Corbine expresses a desire to go back to Vesper's house.
I will allow her,
All right.
Oh, yeah, actually,
although I'll be very suspicious.
I actually forgot that Baiguang was going to learn some rituals, but he probably would stay with the Snow Dawns anyway.
Well, they can teach him just fine. So.
True.
I mean, he probably wouldn't be suspicious because because of his natural gaydar. But anyway,
Alright. So Corvine and Dandy are heading back to Vesper. Amber, are you taking Snowdawn up on their hospitality, or are you going to stay in your own house?
I'd forgotten actually that Amber has a house in Ring.
I actually didn't know this fact until just now, but it makes sense to me, so... I mean, she's a level 8. Why wouldn't she have a place of her own? Even if it's, like, her own house? Or if she's sharing with someone, I figure she has a place to stay.
I mean, Baiguang probably has his own house, but it's not in Ring.
I assume you live on your ship most of the time. But yeah, that's probably also a fair assumption. Alright, so Corvine and Dandy are heading to Vespers.
because he's the best.
Maya's heading to her own place. Amber's heading to her own place.
I have a place.
Do you
Spoilers,
have a
Saya doesn't have a home.
And now we've identified the murder hobo.
But you're not staying at Snowdawn, correct?
Correct.
I do want to mention it's only Ileana who treats them. The rest of the ice sprites you've seen are perfectly fine. It's just her
Yeah, but
kind of the meanie.
But like I said last time, you mentioned that none of them are stopping.
Probably nobody feels comfortable confronting her about it.
All right, so Baiguang, are you heading out, or are you staying at?
I'm gonna stay in the guest house at Snowdawn's,
Okay, then.
and probably after I've slept, I am going to, if I get the opportunity, I'm going to look into copying some more rituals into my book.
Okay. Then I guess we will do this scene with Sae. And then after we're done with this, I'd like to talk to Cactus and Corvine for a short moment. For totally unrelated reasons to D&D. Yep, totally unrelated.
Nothing to do with the
We're-
Cactus's solo session, of course.
No,
Yeah,
not at all.
we're just talking about Pathfinder.
Yeah, we're just talking. I just want to have a friendly chat, shoot the breeze for a little bit before I head over and start mowing the lawn. No big deal.
Pathfinder Dandy is making a cameo.
I mean, as you mentioned, this is the cameo set.
Yeah. He's gonna start blood raging.
All the cameos. That said, say on your way out, you actually happen to run across Dawn, who is sprinting down a hallway, carrying something. And she just stops for a minute. She almost rams into you. Oh, pardon me. I didn't see you there. I'm sorry.
Saya kind of stumbles out of the way.
I'm sorry. Forgive me. What was your name? I seem to have slipped.
Is Saya.
Just Sae?
As far as I remember. Just Saya.
Well, thank you again, Sae. This means a great deal to me, and I. Are you all right?
I was stabbed several times.
No, not that. There's something else. She scrutinizes you closely. There's something wrong with you.
Look, if it isn't the stabbing, I
Tell me, have you felt any strange compulsions as of late?
what?
Compulsions.
What? She backs away a bit and keeps the rapier even closer. What? What are you talking about?
That rapier. Where did you get it?
This lovely thing. This was on the roof. of the building where Vixen was.
She
Never
narrows
seen
her-
anything like it.
She narrows her eyes a little bit and reaches out a hoof toward, as if to grab it.
She quickly moves it away. What are you doing?
Miss Sae, I believe you're cursed.
What? I think I would know if I was cursed. I was trained in the arcane arts.
Miss Sae, have you felt any strange compulsions as of late?
You already asked me this.
But you didn't answer me. You got defensive and pulled your rapier towards you.
What are you getting at?
Please put the rapier on the ground.
She doesn't do anything at all.
Can you put the rapier on the ground? And that wasn't like an offer. She was saying, like, do you have the ability to do so?
What if I told you I don't want to?
I understand not wanting to, but can you?
I said I don't want to.
And I think that's the rapier forcing you to.
Nonsense.
No, with all due respect, place it upon the ground and just simply walk away. If you're able to do so, then you're not cursed. Not sincerely for what I've done, for my presumptions.
After a moment of just staring at the rapier, cursed. Cursed, you say?
Nods.
Something this wonderful. Something this amazing. Cursed?
If you are trained in the arcane, you should well aware that beauty can hide that which is horrid.
Even from thine self.
But again,
Yes.
Messiah, can you put the rapier on the ground?
No.
I think then you see what I'm getting at.
She very slowly nods.
And say,
And I don't
will-
like the sound of it.
I don't want to touch it. I simply wish to look closely at the rapier. May I?
Fine, but no touch.
Of course.
No touching. She holds it out but keeps it very close.
She examines it closely, looks it up and down. After several moments, Messiah, I believe you have a blade of vengeance in possession.
Vengeance?
Tell me, since this fell into your possession, have you been injured by anybody?
What does it look like?
Did you feel an overpowering rage to destroy them?
Oh my.
You seem to me to be the more calm, calculating type.
Oh.
I see. Then I have good news and bad news for you. The good news is the curse can be broken, and the blade still remains, well, a good blade. In fact, it remains a very useful blade, enchanted. The bad news is what breaking the curse will require.
be excruciating.
What does it require? Please tell me before I change my mind here.
Well, give me a second. I'll be honest. I forgot to think of this ahead of time. The only way to really overcome a compulsion like this is to find an item of equal or greater power to sort of make you repulsed by the blade. The trick is, if you find something too strong, you will want nothing to do with the blade. If you find something too weak, it will be insufficient.
I own nothing. That is better or more wonderful than this blade.
Listen to yourself, Saye.
Yes, a cop's out one.
I think a powerful enough charm spell might do it.
Well, I guess we're gonna have to wait until level 20 Dandy. I'm sorry.
Although, I suspect you might be able to find someone either in the arena or perhaps over in the Icewind Commons marketplace. I'm sure you're wondering why I myself or anyone in this house cannot help you. My answer is I don't specialize in charm magic. It's not a thing that I'm particularly useful in. And unfortunately, my the other family members are either out of the city somewhere or otherwise disposed. She looks up towards Ileana.
You gotta be kidding me.
But I can do this at least. Stay here for just a moment, please. She darts off, and a couple minutes later, she returns back with a ring, or the ugly equivalent thereof. Here, put this on.
Huh? What is?
Put it on.
What do you put rings on?
Well, the unglet equivalent of a ring. That's what I said.
Don't worry about it.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
She takes the ring and puts it on.
All right. And when you do, you suddenly feel the first immediate reaction is to remove it as fast as possible because this thing, it suddenly makes you not want precious anymore. And for a split second, all you want is to destroy this, and then the passes. And for a brief moment, you feel equilibrium back into your mind.
So just for flavor. Just for
the
flavor. Okay, just for flavor, real quick. That was an acrobatics check to see if she could quickly take it off.
I'm gonna say the low roll you would have succeeded. The high roll you successfully resisted it. Because as you slip it on, you immediately go grab it, and something in the back part of your mind realizes that there's a reason she didn't tell you what this ring was, and so you hesitate for just a split second, and then the feeling goes away, and the blade is still precious to you, but is no longer all-consuming in your thoughts.
What? What? Alright, but what did you do?
I couldn't tell you what that did, or else you would have refused it. Essentially, it suppresses the curse. Well, it suppresses the presence the blade has within you. So long as you have that ring, that rapier is basically a normal rapier. But once you have the curse lifted, you will know the ring. Consider it's I'm sorry it's not a straight cure, but I take this as a token of gratitude for what you've done for us. The best I can do, at least in such short notice.
She nods. Now, with the clear thought, she puts the rapier away. Thank you.
The ring should have enough magic to last you a few days, but not much more than that. It's the ring you're wearing is, well, it's kind of a prototype. It's my husband and I love tinkering with various magical trinkets, and we happen to have something like this on, so I suggest you get to curing your curse quickly.
I have my ways. I'll figure it out.
Now, if you excuse me, Miss Sai, I must attend back to Lady Vixen.
She nods, turns around, and continues walking out.
Okay. And I think we're gonna go ahead and say that's actually the bit of it.
I'm just gonna add to my inventory a limiter ring, because I want to call it that.
Yeah. I mean, for all intents and
Oh,
purposes.
no.
Well,
Remove the
as I said,
limiters.
what are you wearing?
What limit break?
You're gonna get 4 of them, aren't you?
Now you shall see my true power.